This video will show you guys a guided meditation that will help you raise your vibration. If you listen to this meditation for the next 21 days, I think it can radically transform your life and that you can transcend your level of consciousness. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be giving you a guided meditation that can completely transform your life, that can really help you to raise your vibrational set point. Now before I do that, I want to share with you guys a story. I want to share with you guys really just my story of how I came across this kind of information, how I came to really integrate this in my life, and how it's really radically changed my own life. Now, this all started about 7 or 8 years ago when I first decided to learn meditation. I decided to learn it because simply there were harsh side effects of Adderall, which is what I was taking at the time for what is called ADHD. And what I did is I was taking Adderall. The side effects of that were that you couldn't eat very much and you couldn't sleep very much. So those are pretty harsh side effects. So I decided, hey, I'm going to do my own research. So I came across meditation, just researching online, and came across meditation. There were no harsh side effects. There was a lot of science that really proved that there was something powerful about meditation. So what I did is one day I just decided I was going to sit down, I was going to learn meditation. So I remember I sat down, I was starting to observe my breath, and I was intending to meditate. And I didn't have the most amazing results after the first day, but what happened is the second or third day I learned a certain type of meditation. And the meditation I learned was about how to stare at a candle flame, and how by staring at a candle flame, that made it so my eyes were focused on one point. And when my eyes are focused on one point, my mind wasn't wandering as much. It was almost like if my eyes would keep looking around, there's always new stimulation, therefore it's triggering the brain to keep on thinking, and it keeps on shifting the focus. So I decided to do that, and this was the game changer right here. Instead of trying to control my thoughts, I allowed my thoughts to be there and I observed them. So it's almost like, I use this analogy a lot, it's almost like you're sitting at a park bench at a park, and you're watching people walk by, you're watching dogs, you're watching everyone that's around, and you're not judging, you're just observing them. You're not trying to change them, you're not feeling resistance if somebody walks over here or you're just observing them. You're not trying to control the path, observing. That's where the power was, and that's what I did. And after I did that, that was maybe the second or third day that I began meditating. That's when I started to get amazing results, and something very funny happened. My whole life changed because this is what happened. I started to feel good a majority of the time. I went from probably out of a scale of 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, I went from feeling my base point, like my vibrational set point, was at about a 4 or a 5. I went from a 4 or 5 to feeling like a 7 or an 8. I started feeling really good. As I observed my thoughts, it's almost like I let go of all the resistance, the negativity that was with my old self-image, with my own repetitive thoughts. And from that point going forward, I felt good a majority of the time. And this is the thing. I thought that after the course of the next month or two, it was going to go away. I thought, oh man, this is too good to be true. I feel so good all the time. I didn't need to drink anymore. I didn't need to do anything that would change my mood. All I wanted to do was I was more present to the moment. I would meditate twice a day, just 10-15 minutes in the morning, 10-15 minutes at night. It's not like I was always in meditation. But slowly but surely, that became my natural set point. So it's not that it ever went away, but what happened is that's in the background, and that just became natural. That became normal for me. Now, first off, let me say this is not enlightenment. What I am saying, though, is I raised my level of consciousness. I went from somebody that was always reacting, from somebody that was always identified with my ego, with my self-image, to able to observe that. And this is the power also when you learn how to observe your own thoughts. You become aware of the thoughts that are not serving you. You become aware of the self-image that's not serving you. You become aware of beliefs that were just on autopilot, that don't have to be something you feed into anymore. I believed that I had ADHD. I believed that the only way to cure that was to take Adderall. Then I learned meditation, and I was really aware that that was just something I bought into. I bought into the whole system that you have to go to a doctor. Doctor tells you what you need. You then take that, and then that will make you better, but there'll be side effects of it. That was the belief system. I became aware of that belief system. I became aware of any money blocks that I had. I became aware of my self-image and how I viewed myself. I became aware of the way I'm still a loud person. I've always been a loud person, but this is what the difference was. Before I learned meditation, I had a sales commission job. I worked at Nordstrom's, And I would walk around. I was known as the guy that was just like really loud and obnoxious. I would go around, I'd say crazy things to customers because I like to see reactions from people. I was just really out there. I would kind of push myself and play games with other coworkers to see who could do like the craziest thing. That was a part of who I was. And if you were to ask somebody that I worked with at the time what happened, because I went into work the next day and really for the next couple months, and there was something totally different about me. They're like, whoa, what has happened? There's something way different. They thought they could not figure it out. And a lot of friends and family couldn't figure it out either. I mean, all it really was meditation. But also I raised my vibrational set point from that, and I didn't need to do all the same things as before. I was still a loud person. I've always had a lot of energy, but now it's more grounded. Now there's more of an intention behind it. There's total difference when it comes to the feeling. So that is what I believe came from transcending my own level of consciousness through certain visualizations, through certain ways of observing my thoughts, and really becoming aware. That's what this whole channel is about. It's about expanding awareness, becoming aware of who you really are, and letting go of what doesn't serve. And that's the other part of it as well. So that's my story when it comes to raising my vibrational set point. I recently also went to Costa Rica, and when I was there, there's a place called Rhythmia. It was an awesome place. While I was there, it really changed my life in the sense that I became aware of my own vibrational set point of now being at like an 8 or a 9. I became aware that there's actually an 11, a 13, 12, or a 13. Like there is more than just the 1 to 10 scale of how I feel. And I became aware of that while I was there through meditation, through transformational breath work, and I became aware of this different level of consciousness. That's the next level. And what I'm going to be doing over the next couple years with this YouTube channel is I want to help people transcend their own level of consciousness. I want to help people be able to create what they want in their lives from a higher paradigm, from not having to do it from an ego desire, but doing it from a higher level paradigm. And that's why I think that what I'm going to do is make a program that will help people transcend their level of consciousness and to transcend their vibrational set point. Let me know in the description box below if you think that is something that you guys would be interested in, a program that helps you raise your vibrational set point. So maybe if you normally feel like you're at a 6 or a 7, I could help you feel like you're at an 8 or a 9. Having the perspectives, transcending the level of consciousness, using that scale that I always show you guys from Power versus Force, the scale of emotions and how to transcend to higher levels so that we live from a place of love, joy, and peace rather than any anger, guilt, shame, or any other negative emotion that we don't prefer. So I believe that we all have a vibrational set point, that when we learn how to let go of the perspectives that no longer serve, we then raise that and we can then be who we prefer to be, and we can live from that higher paradigm. So without further ado, the meditation that you're about to listen to in a minute is going to help you to transcend your level of consciousness. It's going to help you to be able to really just understand that there's a higher level than what you're currently perceiving from. And that when you learn to let go of the perspectives that you have that may be holding you down, you then transcend that, and that can become your base point. So I recommend that you listen to the meditation you're about to hear for the next 21 days. You can download the full meditation in the description box below, and I'll give you guys a sample of that right now so that you guys can get a feeling for it. But I recommend that you guys listen to it with headphones because there's binaural beats that are inside of it. It'll help you, guide you along, show you the perspectives you have, show you how to transcend, how to let go of certain perspectives. And it uses visualization and NLP to help raise your own vibrational set point. And that's why I think it's something that can just be so powerful. So without further ado, we're going to go into the sample right now. As I said, absolutely 100% free. You can download it in the description box below. Listen to it for 21 days, and I think that you'll find it radically changes your life. So without further ado, here's the meditation coming up right now. Peace, much love, and namaste.
Your natural set point is the result of the attachments you have in your life. These are attachments to your thoughts, attachment to labels, attachments to perspectives. We are now going to let all of these go one by one. Begin by observing your thoughts, observing how you feel, and observe this moment. this wave. It carries your thoughts, your emotions with it, and you can let them go. To do this, first feel in your heart space. Living from the heart is the key to raising your vibration. If there is any energy you are carrying around in your heart that no longer serves you, become aware of what that is. Is there any blame? Is there any guilt? Is there any anger? Be aware of that sensation and allow it to be there. Now, set an intention to let go of what no longer serves. Raising your vibration is the result of letting go of perspectives, of letting go of blaming other people, and of finally forgiving yourself and forgiving other people. Realize that people will always make choices based on their own level of rationalization. This means that they're always making choices from their own perspectives, and that as we come to accept that they made that choice, then we can really let it go, we can forgive them, and we can also forgive ourselves. As you forgive and let go of these perspectives, you are raising your vibrational set point. You no longer have to carry this energy around with you. Notice how much freer your energy feels. Notice how much lighter you feel, knowing that you can allow yourself to feel the wave.